Hello everyone. Today I have a replay commentary, full game replay commentary, showcasing once again Wukong versus Darius. And I guess the moral of the story, the moral of this game, basically is how you can turn from one gank into snowballing your lead into winning a game. So basically it is very textbook League of Legends, I get fed once. I get a gank once. Because I got a gank, my lane opponent used his summoner spells. Because he used his summoner spells, I was able to kill him solo later on. And after that, it's just how you snowball a game and how you end a game from there. So let's just speed it up a little bit. Early game, there's nothing much. Once again, the Wukong versus Darius matchup, you have to either all-in him level 1, right? So that's exactly what I'm doing right now. I am pushing the wave, right? So I noticed that Darius... Okay, I'm going to turn off the Fog of War. I noticed that Darius is missing, right? So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to kill the melee minions first. So once he shows up in lane, right, what happens then is I'm going to have a minions advantage. So if I do decide to fight him, it's going to be much harder for him to retaliate. And obviously, you have to understand, early game, Darius does a shit ton of damage with his bleed. So that's why you gotta play really, really, really careful. So he shows up, and I decided to not all-in him. Because, okay, that's the other thing. If you do decide to all-in them at level 1, alright? So like you dash onto them, and you auto them, etc., etc. It's gonna push your lane. So either you have the confidence to kill them at level 2. So what happens then is you all them level 1, you get them to like half HP, you kill the minions, right? Because they're half HP, you're like relatively higher HP, you have lane control at the moment. So what happens then is you'll be able to freely hit the minions and freely push the wave in and get level 2 before he does, right? If that's the case and you're confident that you can kill him once you're level 2 and he's still level 1 with Ignite, then by all means, you can push the wave and then go all in at level 1, etc. However, if you're not confident in this case, which is in this case right here, then you don't necessarily have to push the wave, right? As long as you reset the wave by the third wave. So this is the first wave, right? This is the second wave, and the third wave that's about to spawn soon, right? What happens then is, as long as you push this wave into the enemy tower, it's going to push back. The wave is going to push it back all the way into the middle of the lane. So that's a little tip playing top lane. Once again, I always stress that, when you're playing top lane, it's ridiculously important. Level 1 is ridiculously important. That's why I hate giving leashes. Because if I come to lane late, and the enemy has a push going, I basically already lost lane. Because like level 1 is so important. So anyway, moving on. I decided to not push the wave, and I even decided to let some creeps go in order to not push the wave. And over here, again, I got level 2 before he did, right? Because I pushed the wave a little bit faster than he did. So I was able to go in and trade. And even then, look at that. Even then, when I'm level 2, he's level 1. He still did more damage than me. That is just how ridiculous Darius is. Like, Darius is a lane bully, right? You're not supposed to lose lane with him. But if you do lose lane with him, then you're fucked. As again, you see right here, I push the lane. I push the minions right on under his tower. What happens then is now, because the tower has killed off some of the minions, right? This minion wave is going to push to me now. Once again, let's count this. You see how his tower is hitting it already? And let's just count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many minions does Darius have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's just say that this minion is about to die. It's the same amount of minions, except it's on Darius' side of the map. So what happens then is it's going to push towards me. And then, right, what I can do is I can set up a freeze right here, right? And then I can either, one, deny Darius creeps, or two, basically zone him and go in on him for trades if he decides to step up for CS, right? And let's see what happens. So right here, I'm just sticking around for the experience, even though I'm missing out on on the gold. I don't know how I didn't get that one there. That's a glitch or something. I don't have my word just run out, so that's why I'm playing a little bit safe, right? And now you see, I'm gonna pause it right here. How many minutes do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many minutes does Darius have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And even the cannon minion is still up. So in this case, it's gonna push towards me. All I have to do is just sit back and wait for the wave to push to me, which is exactly what happened. Like right here, wave pushed to me, and now I can either, one, set up a freeze, right? Or you see, I see like Nocturne right here, so I go in and try to bait it for it, right? And now, okay, so the reason why I flash right here is because my Q was about to come up literally like 1 second. So if he didn't flash, if I was able to get my Q off and my ignite off, he was 100% dead. But because he flashed just in time, I couldn't get to him, which is unfortunate, but that's fine. Now you see, he has to go back, and look at how he just missed out on one wave. Like, one wave of my minions just died to his wave, and he didn't get any experience whatsoever. So I'm just gonna go and come back to a huge wave, and now it's like leeching my experience right now. That's kind of unfortunate, but it's whatever. Alright, even now, I can still set up a freeze if I wanted to, because Darius doesn't have TP. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm like trying to freeze it for a little bit, but once my reinforcement minion wave comes in, now it's gonna start a slow push. It's not gonna push this wave, but it's gonna push the next wave. So you see right here, right? I'm level 4, almost level 5. Darius is only just got level 4. So he missed out on basically 2 waves of minions. So that was huge. Like, that Nocturne gank, coupled with the fact that I set up a freeze earlier, so he missed out on a huge wave, like basically 2 waves of minions, right? This was huge. And you see, now I have a summoner's advantage. Right? And because I have a summoner's advantage, I basically can just kill him. Just like that. And you see, I set up a slow push right now. Look at how many minions there are. There's just another wave coming in. And Darius has no TP. So now, after I kill him, right, I'm going to push it all the way into the tower. Going to deny him huge amount of creeps. And you see, Udyr showed up and got all of this. But if Udyr wasn't there, that was a huge amount of minions just denied. But I still denied the Darius, right? So in this case, you see, I got 23 CS, he got 12. I'm level 5, almost level 6. You see that? I'm level 5, almost level 6. He's still level 4. He just got level 4. So once again, this is the concept, right, of understanding how to manage your minions, understanding how minions work, right? And it's straight up from level 1. Remember, once again, at level 1, I push out the minion wave just a little bit, so I give myself the option of all-in him if I do want to, right? But I decided to not all-in him at level 1. What happens then is I kind of set up a slow push, right? And then by the time I got to the 3rd wave, right, I push it all the way into the tower, and then the lane resets. And once the lane resets, right, it's going to slowly push towards me, right? Once again, remember, the tower kills some of the minions. So his minions are going to survive. And my minions are going to die. Like, some of my minions are going to die to the tower, so he's going to have a minion's advantage. So it's going to slowly push towards me. And then I can either set up a freeze or deny Darius creeps and zone him, or like go in for trades, easy trades or all-ins, or just easy gank from Nocturne. And from there, right, Nocturne, after burning both of his summoners, while I still have one summoner advantage, I basically all-in Darius, and I kill him. And then, before I killed him, right, I set up a slow push so that once I do kill him, I deny him huge amount of creeps. And remember, guys, experience is the most important thing in League. Think about it this way, right? At the end of the day, this game is all about stats, right? How many stats you have. What's the point of killing minions and farming minions, getting gold? It's so you can buy items to gain stats, right? The freest stats in the game are by leveling up, right? If I get to level 6 before he does, not only do I get my ultimate, right, so I have an extra skill, I also have higher stats. My Ignite's gonna do more damage, and just basically everything. And over here you see that I'm almost level 6. So I just all-in him, get level 6 in stealth so he doesn't see it. I mean, it doesn't really matter in this case because he doesn't have flash, but you get the idea. I get level 6 in stealth, right? I instantly level up my ulti. Alright, I'm gonna go back once again. So, I'm almost level 6. Need 2 more minions. Right? I level up in stealth. Instantly level up my ultimate. Auto Q ulti. So he has like 0 reaction time. And then he just dies. You see, like, all of this was I was able to do all of this, right? Was set up from level 1. That slow push, then it pushes all the way back to me, right? Because I push it all the way into the tower. Because of that, I was able to set up a freeze, deny Darius CS, deny Darius experience, and because he was pushed up and I was freeze, my lane was frozen right there, I got one gank. One gank. Because of that one gank, Darius blew both of his summoners, I had a summoner's advantage, and then I just snowball. And you see, I'm level 6, almost level 7. Darius is still level 4. Almost level 5. Right? So at this point, I can literally just bully Darius whenever I want. Like, my goal right now is to essentially farm for tier 2 boots and Ghostblade. And once I do have that, I can group with my team. Because Ghostblade is a huge power spike for Wukong. And if I have tier 2 boots, I'm not gonna, you know, get kited all day by like their support or their Lulu mid lane or whatever. You get the idea. Yeah, I don't know why the tower focused me. That was pretty bullshit. Anyway, just gonna speed up a little bit. Let's see what I bought. Yeah, so I'm trying to go for Ghostblade. And at this point, I'm so far ahead that I have 2 choices right now, alright? Either I try to set up a freeze right here, right? Or then just deny Darius even more experience and gold. Or I can just push him in constantly. And there's pros and cons to this, right? So if you set up a freeze, what happens then is it's going to be very safe. You're not going to get ganked, right? And on top of that, you have the potential of denying the enemy experience because you can zone them, right? The downside of setting up a freeze is that Darius can roam. He can roam, he can go into like mid lane, he can go like bottom lane and try to gank them, right? Or you can do what I'm doing right now, which is just constantly pushing, shoving the wave in. right? Shoving the wave in, the pros of shoving the wave in is that the enemy is going to miss out on gold for sure. Like, he's not going to last hit perfectly on a tower, that's for sure, especially under pressure, right? On top of the fact that you're constantly pressuring this tower, so you constantly pressuring for that first tower gold, right? And on top of the fact that you're exerting a lot of pressure top lane, so the enemy jungler has to come and try to stop you, or the enemy mid laner has to come and try to stop you. But because, right, in this game, my mid lane was winning, right? So I don't have to worry about getting ganked by the enemy mid laner, right? Because I have pressure mid lane. In this case, I decided to, just pressure top, right? Because, as you can see, like, my bot lane's not doing too well. My bot lane's not doing too well. My jungler's not doing too well, right? Like, 1 kill participation in, like, 10 minutes, that's fucking garbage. Like, the enemy jungler is kind of fed, right? The enemy AC is kind of fed. So in this case, what I want to do is, I just want to get this tower ASAP, right? And then just roam. And I just go and help my team, especially bottom lane, right? So my goal right now is to basically farm for Ghostblade, farm for my tier 2 boosts, get this tower, and then get the hell out of this lane. Because I don't want to lane against this Darius anymore. Because at the end of the day, Darius is the bruiser. He's not like Jace or Riven, right, who's like really, really squishy. If I was against someone who's really, really squishy, then of course I would try to set up freeze and just try to kill him over and over and over again. However, Darius, he's not that easily to kill, right? So what I want to do, just kill this tower and leave, right? And the reason why you want to kill this tower before you roam, right, is the same reason why you always want to push up your lane before you roam, okay? It's so that it takes longer for the enemy to push the minions back into your tower for them to take your tower, right? Remember, once again, the enemy, right, cannot take towers if, over here, Udyr tried to gank me and just one-shot him, but the enemy cannot take your tower without minions, right? So what happens then is, if you push your minion wave up all the way to the tower, or imagine if this tower was gone, and you push your minion wave all the way here, it's going to take the enemy laner longer time to push a minion wave up to your tower. So it's going to take the enemy top laner longer time to kill your tower. So you have some time to basically roam, right, without losing your tower. So that is the reason why you want to take the enemy tower before you roam. Alright, once again, I used my flash because I recognized that I have a chance of killing him. My E was just about to come up, but he decided to flash ghost. And I thought that was good enough, so I traded 1 summoners for 2 summoners. And I also denied him a bunch of experience. So that was pretty worth. So anyway, now I just want to get my Ghostblade tier 2 boots. I'm working on that tier 2 boots. And the tower. Once I get that, and hopefully level 11, like level 2 ultimate. You see, I'm taking a huge risk right now because I'm playing really far up. And the enemy bottom lane can gank me, the enemy jungler can gank me, the enemy mid laner can gank me, like basically anyone that comes, and I'm fucked. Because Darius, despite the fact that this Darius is like 2 levels down, 0-3, he still does a bunch of fucking damage just because he's Darius. His ulti does like true damage, which is ridiculous. So if anyone on the enemy team comes, I'm fucked. Alright, so now I just kill him once again. Take the tower and then kill him. I don't know why he decided to fight me when the tower was like that low. Anyway, now I took the top tower. I got Ghostblade. I got my tier 2 boots. Now it's time to roam. And that's exactly what I do. Now, my mid lane is already winning, so I don't really need to gank mid. And plus, it's a fucking Lulu with exhaust, so it's really hard to kill her. So there's no point for me going mid. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to help my bottom, right? I go bottom, but no one show up, so I just take the tower for free, get some free gold for my team. Now I push the next wave. Over here, I noticed that Bran was coming. Once again, just gonna go back a little bit. You see right here? Okay, hold on. Look at the mini map. You see Bran? Look at where Bran is going. Already, I noticed that. I see that. And on top of the fact that I'm alone right here, obviously this Bran is trying to rotate and try to like get me, right? I knew he was in this bush. That's why I worded it too. And then I just kill him instantly. Boom, dead. So you see, even though my bottom lane lost, right? It's okay. I just come and try to help them. And you see, even then, I had time to, you know, like, take the bottom tower, push up 1, 2, 3 waves of minions, kill Brand, get the dragon, and Darius still didn't push up to the tower yet. It's only right now that he's starting to hit on the tower. All because I killed his tower, so I was able to push the wave all the way here. So that is really, really, really important. Always push your wave before you roam. When I'm playing jungle and I see my mid laner going bottom, right? Okay, like that's how you lose games. Okay, that's how you lose games basically. When I'm playing jungle, right, and my mid laner doesn't push the wave, and he still goes bottom, try to gank them and everything, and then he fails. That's basically how you lose the game. Like, I don't want to, whatever it's called, I don't want to cover your lane sometimes. Because sometimes when I'm playing jungle, I don't run MR, right? So, sometimes I don't want to necessarily cover your lane. But if you don't push your lane and you try to gank bottom, right? Not only are you losing out on experience on gold and everything, and on top of the fact that you fucking die bottom lane. Okay, over here, my fucking Janna's retarded. Like, this whole time, my Janna had ultimate, and she didn't ulti until after I died. Like, this was my first death, and after that I was like, okay, this fucking team is retarded, the whole team is retarded. But anyway, back to what I was saying, right? Always push your wave before you roam. If you do not push your wave, and you just go roam, and if your roam fails, right? Not only is your tower probably like half HP, you're also missing out on a bunch of fucking experience and gold. And sometimes when I'm playing jungle, I don't feel like covering your lane because I got other shit to do, you know? So always push up your wave. See, my tower is still up. Anyway, that was a huge fucking throw by me. I just gave whoever just killed me a huge fast shutdown gold. Because my Janna decided to not ult. I don't know why. Like, she had exhaust, she had ulti, and she just decided to not do anything. Okay? You see what I'm doing right now? I'm playing Wukong like an assassin, and that's basically how you want to play as an assassin. Like, if you're playing Zed, if you're playing Rengar, like the old Rengar, right, or Talon, right, that's essentially what you want to do. You just show up, you pick out one person that is out of position, in this case, the enemy support Bran, right? You kill them, and then you leave. You go into a side lane, right? Because you just killed one person on the enemy team. Your team has a numbers advantage. You can go freely push a side lane. And when you're pushing a side lane, right, not only are you gaining more gold, and you're keeping your experience lead, right? So you're keeping your levels lead. You see how I'm level 13 and the Brand is level 9? Obviously, I'm gonna fucking one-shot the guy, right? I'm like 4 levels ahead. Not only that, right? You get free gold, free experience, and you can just freely hit on the towers. And you see, your team can just clean up. Like the enemy, they don't have a support brand basically, so it was a 44 anyway, and your team can just clean up. Simple as that. And meanwhile, I'm getting more farm, I'm getting more gold, and I'm getting a free tower. So that's essentially what you want to do. If you're fed, that is what you want to do. You don't want to group up. Unless you're like one of those team comps, right? That is basically just like wombo combo, like Oriana, Wukong, Malphite, Misfortune. With, I don't know, like Nautilus support or something. Like, if you're a wombo combo like that, then yeah, just group up and just fuck them up, right? But if you're not a wombo combo, right, and you're really, really fed, just go split push. That's basically how you keep your lead, right? Obviously, you have to help your team as well. But when you can, go and split push. Keep your lead, deny enemy minion creeps, right? Deny the enemy minions. Deny them gold experience. You keep your gold experience lead, and you get towers for free as well. See, right now, like, my ultimate is up soon, so that's why I'm staying around. But I noticed that, you know, my Nocturne is going back. I don't know why my Nocturne is going back. That was pretty dumb back. And, like, my Zed just came out. That's why I left. Now let's see what I got. So I got the Edge of Night. So right now I do ridiculously high amount of damage. And this game I decided to go for lifesteal first because I'm just that fed. And when you're fed, lifesteal is a lot better because it keeps you alive than like Black Cleaver. Like the enemy don't have that much armor except for the Udyr, that's all. And I'm not going for the Udyr, so. And this whole time, you see, like, Zed is just pushing top. That's what you want to do when you're ahead. And now I think we get this tower as well. And then we just leave. Like, my Janna... Okay, I'm gonna tell you why. Like, my Janna and my Varus, like, these two, almost fucking through this game. Like, almost. So close. I'm gonna tell you why. Zed is already fucking dead. Like, Janna should have just left. Okay, should have just left. After this tower, we should just leave. Like, Varus should just went with me instead of going with Janna. Because, like, Janna's pretty much dead already. You're not gonna outrun an Udyr. I know what this guy was doing. And you're gonna watch. Watch what happens. Like, you're not gonna outrun an Udyr. You're just not gonna outrun an Udyr. Okay, these two guys, they just get caught out. They just die instantly. Like, now look at this. 26 seconds, 35 seconds, 31 seconds. It's just me and Nocturne. And I don't even have ultimate. Nocturne doesn't even have ultimate. I don't have flash. Nocturne doesn't have flash. Like, if the enemy team was good, if they were good, okay? It's a free Baron. After the free Baron, it was like 1 tower, 2 tower, for sure, for sure. And maybe even like this tower, and like this tower, for sure. That was going to be like a huge comeback, basically. But they didn't do it. I don't know what they were thinking, but fortunately for us, they didn't do it. This is like high gold elo, so these guys are pretty bad. But yeah, like, they could have gotten Baron, and that was a huge throw. Like, my Janna in this game is fucking bad. Varus too is pretty bad. The Zed was doing his thing, but he cannot 1v1 the Udyr because this Udyr is like full armor, so yeah. Anyway, so let's see what I got this game. So I got my lifesteal item now. I'm really strong, so that's why I'm trying to fight. But then I see that, you know, no one's mid, so I'm just gonna go top while my team just like jerks off, like doing random things. You know, like, because they're so fed and everything, and they have an opening hit mid, all they have to do is just format mid, just constantly push it in. That's all. That's all they have to do. And then me or Zed are just gonna split push and take their side lanes. But nah, this Varus is just gonna go and get caught up. Like, this Varus, man, whatever. Anyway, my team just doing their thing. I'm just gonna get some even more farm. I'm gonna be level 16 soon. And Darius is like level 13. Let me support us at level 11. Mid lane level 12. ADC is level 13. Obviously, I'm gonna like one-shot them. So now I have no pressure. You see, like bottom lane has no pressure, mid lane has no pressure. So that's my cue to back off. I have no idea where the enemy team are, and I just back off. No pressure anywhere. So even if I die, my team can't really take anything. So I just back off. That's like I think that's like the #1 mistake people in low elo they make. It's that they don't know when to back off. They don't understand the map basically. Like right now you have no pressure. There's no point for you to stay there. And sometimes when you do have pressure, right, and some guys just go back. Just randomly just decide to go back. Like what the fuck? I see that all the time when I'm playing like this shitty ass elo. And it pains me, man. It pains me. Anyway, so now I'm just gonna keep going top and try to work on that inhibitor. I mean that tier 2 tower. Like what my team should be doing right now is just 4-man. All I have to do is just 4-man mid. But I don't know what this guy's doing. These guys are whatever. Like I killed Brand, so even if like Varus wasn't there, it's not that big of a deal. It's a 4v3 and we're like winning, so it's not that big of a deal. But still, like I don't understand what these guys are doing. All they have to do right now, like I already killed one person. All they have to do is just pressure one lane, so I can get this. So I can get this. But nah. You see right now, bottom lane is pushing up, slowly pushing up. Mid lane has pressure. That's why I'm staying around. That's why I'm not going back. I'm staying around. I'm keeping up the pressure. It's whatever. Lifesteal. You see over here? Like, I'm half HP, Lulu's full. Lulu thinks that she can 1v1 me. But nah. That's the beauty of lifesteal. Look at this. The beauty of lifesteal. Like, she can't kill me. Even through exhaust. She can't kill me. Because I just do so much damage and I just lifesteal for so much. Again, now we get like mid inhibitor, top inhibitor. After this, it's just like textbook League of Legends. Just go get Baron and then pressure bottom. And that is GG. You know, at this point, I just tell my team, hey, just 4-man Baron. I'm just going to pressure bottom lane. And then we just win. Right? So now I got Black Cleaver. So Udyr is not a problem anymore. And now I'm going bottom. I mean, I'm going mid right now. It's because I want to push up mid before I go bottom and push bottom. Right? So I want to keep mid pressured. Then I want to go bot and pressure bot while my team is taking Baron. Like, they should be starting... They should be, like, doing Baron right now. Like, I don't know what these guys are doing. Just running around like headless chickens, not knowing what the fuck they're doing. This is like high gold, platinum elo, guys. Like, they still don't understand how this game works. Anyway, I come. They have to 3-man me, basically. And even then, I trade, like, 1-for-1. And over here, I made a mistake. I should have went for Lulu. I didn't know at the time that, like, Udyr was this fucking tanky. I thought that I could deal with him with my Black Cleaver, but apparently not. I should have went for Lulu. Not only is Lulu much more squishier, so I heal more, right? Once again, I have lifesteal, so if I do more damage, I heal more, right? Not only that, I can probably trade like 1-for-2 instead of 1-for-1. But that's beside the point. The jungler is bottom side. Their ADC is dead. They committed 3 people bottom lane to try to stop me, so this should be a free Baron for my team. And even then, like, my team almost fucking threw. Like, my team almost fucking threw right here. You see, they almost fucking threw. Once again, Janna ulting over here instead of ulting right here. Like, what the fuck was that? But anyway, they almost threw, but we got a Baron. And then after that, just textbook League of Legends. I'm just gonna try to pressure bottom. So, like, Dragon isn't even important at this point. But yeah. Once again, I'm gonna run it down mid first because I want to keep mid push. Right? I want to pressure mid, and then I want to go and pressure bottom. I see Darius show up, so that's why I like W'd away. So Zed is already going in. And I just over here, I see the Brand alone, so I just kill him. And now it's like pretty much GG at this point. Tower is gone. So yeah, once again, just to summarize, right? The lane starts straight from level 1. Okay? Some of the plays that you see that happens, it's all the way from level 1. You gotta slowly build it up. And once you have a summoner's advantage, you have an experience advantage, you want to snowball your lead, right? If you are fed, you want to help out your team while maintaining your lead constantly. Not throwing away your lead, right? If you're fed, but then you just roam and you try to make ganks happen, but then you fail, and instead of just farming, right, and keeping your lead, what you're doing is you're giving enemy shutdown gold. So you're like throwing so the enemy cashes up because they get more gold from shutdown, and they're farming while you're dead, right? So you don't want to do that. You always want to keep your lead. And then from there is just textbook League of Legends, right? You try to get a pick. If you can, then good for you. After that, you will have a numbers advantage, and then just play the map accordingly. If you cannot, then just play the map. Keep the pressure going, all right? If you don't have pressure, just leave. You don't have to throw and give them shutdown gold, right? If you don't have pressure, just leave. If you do have pressure, keep the pressure going. Play the map, and that's basically it. Textbook League of Legends. Map pressure. Anyway, hopefully you have enjoyed, and thank you for watching.